Mr. Speaker, the Business Committee met yesterday at 9 a.m. to program the business of this House in the ensuing week, for the ensuing week, ending Friday the 17th day of November 2023. Mr. Speaker, I shall, on the strength of Order 162 and Order 53, move this House to adopt this report, which report, with your leave, I'll proceed to present. So, Speaker, the committee discussed, among other things, that given the number of questions that we've received and looking at the urgency of them, we shall, in the ensuing week, deal with a total of 49 questions. And these will be for the following ministries. Attorney General and Minister of Justice will have 2. Minister for Sanitation and Water Resources, 9. Minister for Education, 14. Minister for the Interior, 11. And Minister for Roads and Highways would have 11 questions. The Speaker, of these questions as listed, we have 11 of them being urgent questions. Again, Mr. Speaker, we leave in your hands statement that would come and comply with Order 72 for consideration any day in the week. Again, Mr. Speaker, government may come with papers and reports to be laid, and Mr. Speaker, any work of committee which is ready would be taken. Mr. Speaker, again, referrals may be granted for the appropriate committee to work on it. Mr. Speaker, we've also programmed that, considering the urgency of certain issues, including the VRA spillage, we are going to have a joint caucus, and we have scheduled the minister to come and brief the House on the 14th of November. Mr. Speaker, the all-important economic policy of government is scheduled for Wednesday, the 15th of November 2023, and the Minister of Finance will come to this House fortified by Article 179 of the Constitution to meet that constitutional obligation to the people of Ghana. Soon thereafter, Mr. Speaker, we will be in your hands, and again, to enable members make input and enrich their debates, we have programmed Friday, 17th of November to Sunday, the 19th of November for our post-budget workshop. This time, we are moving to the east of the country. Specifically, we'll be at Kwahu Nkwetia in the eastern region, and members will be housed or will be accommodated at the Rock City Hotel, a Ghanaian facility. Mr. Speaker, it's not a foreign owned. Yeah. Domestic tourism. Yeah. We were in Ho the last time. A Ghanaian owned facility. So, Mr. Speaker, we'll be at the Rock City on Friday to 19. Mr. Speaker, we encourage members to come to Rock City well prepared, with all that will be required to benefit from the workshop and acquire the necessary knowledge for the debate. So, Speaker, on Monday, we are going to sit. On Monday, the 13th of November, this House will sit. That is a proposal from the Business Committee. Because there are a number of questions that have been approved by Mr. Speaker. And we believe that if we sit on Monday, we can't do some other business. Members are to be assured that all that is needed to be in place for their pleasure will be in place. Mr. Speaker, attached here too is the order in which the business of the ensuing week has been programmed, and it is a 9-page document. This report has been printed and circulated, and members should pay attention to the details as attached. The Speaker, I submit accordingly without more. Thank you so much, sir.
Okay, I wanted to start from you, but let me start from the left, come this way.
Thank you very much, Right Honourable Speaker, for the opportunity. Speaker, the first one is to correct the name of...
Mr. Speaker, last year we were in Ho for the post-budget workshop, and all honourable members were there. The decision was by the Business Committee, made up of 10 from each side. The Business Committee is not only made up of leadership, it's made up of other members. So this is the decision of the committee. It is not about leaders being insensitive. I would want to encourage members to be mindful of their choice of words and the approach they take on some of these matters. It's very important. Otherwise, then we should say that we should not take salaries at all as members of parliament, and we use all of that for community service. Such approach is inappropriate. We do so to mislead the public, and we, the political class, become victims of unfair perceptions about the work we do as parliamentarians. So I will encourage members to be mindful of the fallout of unintended comments in this floor. Thank you. Mr. Speaker, on the Garou issue, I believe that when the statement was made and comments were made, I was tasked by leadership quietly to engage the National Security Minister. And I came to report the outcome of the engagement, which engagement led to the National Security Ministry releasing the gentlemen who were in custody. And I must explain here that at the time I was sent by leadership, the court had already remanded them for 2 weeks. Upon all considerations, National Security, through its prosecutor, applied for a rescission of the said order, which the court granted. And the same day, government ensured that all those gentlemen were sent back to Garou, handed over to their relatives, and as and when they are needed for further investigations, will be invited. So, Mr. Speaker, that matter has been settled. The National Security Minister did what was supposed to be done, he followed due process, and listening to the voice of this House. So, Mr. Speaker, that matter is closed. We are to finish the post-budget workshop on Sunday. Meanwhile, we've programmed Monday for sitting. So, Mr. Speaker, we'll do further engagement on this to see if there will be any variation. On the issue of the EC, yes, I agree that the EC would have to update the House on its planned activities. As at yesterday, they had open nomination for the District Assembly elections and the Unit Committee elections, and I'm told those interested started picking force. So I believe that a briefing would be in order. I would engage with colleagues in leadership to see how this can be achieved. Mr. Speaker, I believe I've addressed all the issues raised, except the issue of the parliamentary friendship. Yes. What was your pleasure? What was your pleasure, Mr. Speaker?
So, Mr. Speaker, I stood here for almost 1 minute to ask this question, only for the deputy leader. In fact, I can see that today my leader is in the mood. Today is Friday. That's okay. My question was that when will the Parliamentary Friendship Association be inaugurated? It's been a very, very long time. Your excuse or the reason you gave was different from the one Mr. Speaker himself gave 3 months down the line since Mr. Speaker gave the excuse. What is happening to it? That is all. Thank you.
That is an
Mr. Speaker, the burden in your question is not clear. The burden in your question is not clear. That's why I wanted clarity to enable me proceed. For the time being, I'm standing in the stead of the chair of the committee. This matter did not come before the committee. I would find out, and I believe that we'll give you the appropriate response. Because the burden in the question is not clear.
Honorable Jaja, this is a business statement of the House in the chamber, but the inauguration is an administrative act. So I suggest that you talk to the Secretariat. In particular, I suggest that you request directly of Mr. Speaker of this inauguration. Right. Thank you. Honourable members, the business statement for the ensuing week is hereby adopted for implementation. Now I move to question time.
The very hard-working Roads and Highways Minister is in the House.
It's hard-working. You want to challenge it?
Mr. Speaker, that comes without question. Mr. Speaker, that comes without question.
Mr. Speaker, the deputy
No, I'm
leader
on my feet.
has said something which he needs to clarify. He said the hard-working Minister for Road and Highways. Hard-working in terms of what? In terms of coming to answer questions or action on the field or translating the answers into action on the field.
Honourable members, we are on questions time, and I will call on the Honourable Member Farmer Saman.
Mr. Speaker.
Yes, leader, let's proceed with the business
Mr.
of the
Speaker,
day.
we are proceeding.
Yeah.
Mr. Speaker, he has made an invitation that I should explain what I mean by hardworking. Mr. Speaker, the man is hardworking. What again?
Leader, thank you. We will program that for debate. But for now, he is to answer questions.